Hello, everyone, and welcome back. I'm your host, Veteran Mountain Man. And as you can see here, I am on the Oregon Firearms Federation, or OFF's, website. OFF is a very, very aggressive gun advocacy group. They are far more aggressive than the NRA in their activity. And they've actually been banned from Facebook at this point. As you can see, this post was made just 2 days ago because it is currently the 18th of April. And OFF has had its page turned off. And they were about to post their notices and their ratings for the candidates that are running in Oregon, because OFF only advocates in Oregon. So, since they were banned from posting, I'm bringing them up myself, and we are going to take a look at the House of Representatives, the Oregon House, the Oregon Senate, and the Oregon Governor listings. So here we go. So for U.S. House of Representatives, we have Ricky Barras, D, Suzanne Bonamici, F. Yes, that's right. F. And she is the incumbent. We have John Verbeek, B. And as you can see, we have very few responses from the other candidates. Many of them never responded to Oregon Firearms Federation's requests. Now the next page, here we go. We have Paul Romero Jr. He got a B. Greg Walden, who has a D-. Earl Blumenauer, who is a Democrat, he has an F. We have Court Broyce, who has a C-. We have Joe Ray Perkins, who has a B. And Mitchell Poland, who has a B. As well as Stephen Streck, who has a B. Now, it's really sad that all three of these Bs are in the same district. But we need to look at getting one of these guys into the position of Peter DeFazio. DeFazio has done some horrible things in the name of Oregon already, and he most definitely wants to restrict gun ownership in Oregon and gun ownership throughout the U.S. Well, we're almost done here with the House members. Kurt Schrader has an F, of course, and he's in the 5th District. But in the 5th District, we have 3 Republicans who all have Bs that are running. So Mark Callahan, Joe Nations, and Robert Reynolds. We need to look at all 3 of them for the 5th District. And I would say any of them is probably better than Schrader at this point, because Schrader also helped with the push of the Affordable Care Act. Well, now let's go ahead and take a look at the Oregon positions. So for the Oregon House, in the 1st District, we have David Brock Smith, and he is the incumbent, and he is doing well at the moment in the polls from what I've seen. Shannon Souza has not responded at all to the Oregon Firearm Federation. In the 2nd District, we have Gary Leaf. He's okay. Carl Wilson is in the 3rd District and is the incumbent, so I am hoping to see him reelected. Duane Stark is the incumbent in the 4th District, and once again, I'm hoping to see him reelected. Now, Pam Marsh is the incumbent in the 5th District and currently holds an F from the Oregon Firearms Federation. Now, I'm not going to read through all of these, but as you can see, a lot of the Oregon Democrats, who are also incumbents because Oregon was becoming the next California, have Fs. And on some of the more rural counties and districts, we have some Republicans who are incumbents. And many of them have A's. Now here's one that I definitely want to mention. A. Richard Vela. We need to get rid of Vela. Vela currently has a D- in the 26th District. And I really think we should primary Vela with Dan Lushper and get a Republican strong on weapons freedom in there. Now we're going to keep going here. As you can see, we've also got some no responses in this. And any incumbent that doesn't respond, we should seriously take a look at. Because the fact that they did not respond shows that they realistically have some misplaced priorities. We need to look at primarying Mark McLean. And it's unfortunate that in the 55th District we don't have anybody running against him. We need to come up with somebody to run against him, because he is very soft on weapons ownership, and he is not really a Republican. Most of what I have seen from him puts him more as a rhino or a neocon. Well, there's our list for House. Here is our list for State Senate. As you can see, we start strong with several Democrat incumbents who have Fs. We do have Jackie Winters in the 10th District, and she has been standing strong on most of these gun control laws, helping keep Oregonians armed and free of their government. As well as Kim Thatcher. What's really funny is many of these, even Democrats and Republicans who are strong on firearms, many of them are women. Even Betsy Johnson, who is a Democrat in the 16th District, and one of the few Democrats I actually support. She has an A+ still from the Oregon Firearms Federation and has been actively working against her own party when it comes to firearm ownership. But we're going to, there we go. That's all of the Senate positions. And you can see some of the ones who are needing to be worked on. It looks like in the 24th District we're in trouble because the incumbent is an F and we don't have a Republican running against him. And that's kind of a bit scary, because how are we going to push to bring that district in line? We need to look at that, people. And here's our gubernatorial race. Now, we do have one Republican who has an F in the gubernatorial race. We also have an independent, a Democrat that didn't respond, a couple of Republicans who didn't respond. And of course, we've got Governor Kate Brown, who has been pushing to ban all semi-automatic weapons and has been expanding laws to disarm Oregonians for the past 2 years. So it looks like we definitely need to get rid of Kate Brown. And I've got some other videos about her. You should definitely go take a look at them. Go take a look at her records, because they speak for themselves. But we still have a few more entries here for governor. And as you can see, the only Democrat that has responded is our incumbent, Governor Kate Brown, who currently stands with an F-. Now, I'm currently looking at Sam Carpenter, Jonathan Edwards, and even Bruce Cuff as my possible supported candidates for governor of Oregon. I need to do a little bit more research, but they are the top 3 right now for me. And the primary will be coming up here in a few weeks, and I will have to make my decision then. But most of the others are definitely not even in my sights. Well, I want to thank you all again for joining me. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. I am going to include a link to the OregonFirearmsFederation.org and their list of grades for their candidacy, because they will update these grades should any of these candidates respond. I would encourage you to go and check it out yourself if you're an Oregonian. If you have a family member who lives in Oregon, you should encourage them to check out this information and use this as part of their decision-making for who they're going to elect in their district, as well as who they're going to elect for the state positions. Thank you all again for joining me, and I hope you have a great day.